Have you ever wondered what pregnancy really looks like on the inside and how it all begins? Today, let's walk through the journey from ovulation to fertilization to the formation of an embryo. And in this video, we'll focus on the first trimester. First, what does trimester mean? Pregnancy is divided into 3 trimesters: the first 3 months, the middle 3 months, and the final 3 months. But the first trimester, weeks 1 through 12, is the most important stage. Because this is when your body shifts from preparing to building the foundation. From a normal menstrual cycle to the moment the heartbeat begins and the brain, arms, legs, and many vital organs start forming. Week 1. You're not officially pregnant yet. This week is counted from the first day of your last period, so biologically, you are not pregnant. Your uterus is shedding the old lining, which causes bleeding. But at the same time, your hormones are already preparing for a new cycle. In the ovary, one follicle gets chosen to grow stronger than the rest. This becomes the dominant follicle, and only this one has the potential to ovulate and release an egg. Meanwhile, the uterine lining begins thickening again, getting ready in case an embryo arrives. Week 2, your body moves closer to ovulation. The dominant follicle keeps growing, and when it reaches about 20 to 25 millimeters, it triggers ovulation. Ovulation usually happens around cycle day 14 to 16, but it can vary for each person. Some people feel mild pressure or pain in the lower abdomen, while many feel nothing at all. When ovulation happens, the egg is released, and it travels into the fallopian tube. This is the golden window when fertilization is most likely to happen. Week 3, the life-changing meeting happens. After intercourse at the right time, a huge number of sperm are released into the vagina, on average around 350 million in a single ejaculation. The sperm begin their journey, swimming through the cervix, into the uterus, and then toward the fallopian tube, where the egg is waiting. And this is where the battle begins. Countless sperm surround the egg, competing intensely, until only one champion breaks through and wins. In that moment, fertilization is complete. The fertilized egg is called a zygote. Right away, it starts dividing into many cells and continues traveling down the fallopian tube toward the uterus. This journey usually takes about 6 to 10 days. Week 4, the embryo arrives and implantation begins. The embryo reaches the uterus, then burrows into the uterine lining and attaches. This is a critical moment, and this is when a major split happens. The blastocyst separates into 2 groups of cells. The inner group becomes the baby. The outer group attaches deeply into the uterine lining and develops into the placenta. Once the placenta starts forming and functioning, it produces the hormone HCG. HCG enters the urine, and that's what makes a pregnancy test show 2 lines. It's the sign so many people are hoping for. And it's also around this time that a gestational sac may be seen on a transvaginal ultrasound. Week 5. The gestational sac keeps growing. Its diameter is usually around 10 to 15 millimeters. Even though everything is still tiny, the embryo begins forming inside. And an important structure appears, the yolk sac. It's a small round structure inside the gestational sac, visible on a transvaginal ultrasound. The yolk sac is usually about 4 to 6 millimeters, and it provides early nourishment to support the pregnancy. It typically appears around week 5, stays until about week 10, and then gradually disappears. Week 6, a milestone that touches so many hearts. The heartbeat begins. This is the moment a tiny new life truly starts. The heartbeat can often be detected early by transvaginal ultrasound, usually around 110 to 120 beats per minute. At the same time, the brain and nervous system begin developing rapidly. Early eye structures start appearing on both sides of the head, and the pathways that... Week 7. Your little angel takes shape. Arm buds and leg buds appear. The body becomes longer and straighter, but the head is still the largest part. The embryo is usually about 9 to 15 millimeters long. The heartbeat becomes more stable. The eyes may look like dark spots, and the tongue begins to form. Inside the body, the kidneys start developing, the intestines and pancreas are present, and the spleen and liver structures continue forming. The midgut temporarily bulges into the umbilical cord as a temporary adjustment during this phase of extremely rapid growth. Week 8. The arms and legs become more defined. The embryo is about 16 to 22 millimeters long. The leg buds divide into thigh, lower leg, and foot. The arm buds divide into shoulder, upper arm, and hand. The hands can bend at the wrist and rest near the chest. The outer ears become clearer. The neck develops, the head sits more upright, and the limbs grow longer. Cartilage begins forming in areas that will later become bone. And the early gonads begin developing. Week 9. The baby starts moving gently. On ultrasound, you may see subtle, delicate movements. The embryo is about 23 to 30 millimeters long. The arms and legs are more distinct, and the fingers and toes have formed. The diaphragm is nearly complete, clearly separating the chest from the abdomen. The eyes and upper lip become more defined, and the urinary and anorectal pathways fully separate. Week 10. Movement becomes clearer and more frequent. The embryo is around 31 to 40 millimeters long. The eyes continue shifting from the sides of the head toward the front of the face. Bone begins replacing cartilage in many areas. Wrists and ankles form, helping the body look more and more complete. Week 11. Growth accelerates even more. The embryo is about 41 to 51 millimeters long. The head is still the largest part, almost half the body length. The eyelids have fused and they'll stay closed until about week 24. The ears are still lower than normal, but will gradually move upward as growth continues. Tooth buds begin forming. The baby weighs around 10 grams and is over 5.5 centimeters long, about the size of a strawberry or a tiny little worm. Week 12, one of the most important weeks of the entire pregnancy. The embryo is about 52 to 66 millimeters long and weighs roughly 18 to 25 grams. This is the time for the nuchal translucency ultrasound and key prenatal screening tests. Movement becomes stronger and more frequent. On 4D ultrasound, many body parts can be seen more clearly. The lungs have formed, and the thyroid and pancreas become more developed. The reproductive organs are forming too, and later they'll become more visibly distinguishable. So that's the first trimester, the journey from the very beginning to 12 weeks. My goal is to help anyone who's pregnant or planning for a baby understand what's happening inside the body, and also to help dads understand more so they can support and empathize more deeply with the woman they love. But please remember, this is not medical advice. Every pregnancy can look different depending on age, body type, and many other factors. If you ever notice anything unusual or concerning, call your doctor right away. In the next video, I'll share what happens in the second trimester. Subscribe and stay with me so you'll be the first to know when the newest video is out.